What's going on, YouTube modeling community? Pappy here at West Georgia Rods and Customs. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the USACC group build, where this year we're building the Revell 1968 Dodge Dart that was picked out by Kim's Model Shop, Mr. Kim Soda Pop over there in Denmark. Kim, great choice. I've really been enjoying doing all the modifications that I like to do on this to get what you see right here as just I wouldn't call it a rolling chassis, but this kind of gives y'all the idea of where I'm going with this. I've got a lot of it mocked up. I'm gonna show y'all what progress I've made since we got the interior sealed. Kind of, I would say, wrapped up as far as like any of the fabrications and such. So we've got everything. We got a lot of stuff that's going to get ready to go into paint here pretty soon. So we've got the pretty much, well, the front is set. That's about as high as it's going to be, but I am going to, I'm going to, well, if I don't knock everything off, everything, it's just sitting kind of mocked up where I'm going to pull this thing apart and show y'all everything that is done. I've got finished with it. So with that being said, right about there is going to be the ride height of the entire car. I haven't got the 4-link suspension set on it yet, so this is where we're going to be at right here on the ride height. Everything, and I'm get ready for this thing to explode because I'm fixing to show y'all what all I've got done. We talked earlier about doing the getting the ride height set and how I'm going to achieve that. In the back half that you'll get from MCV products, you'll get the entire back half assembly. You'll get all the necessary as far as the 4-link ladder, the 4-link bars, the narrowed rear end. What else do you get? You get a lot of suspension parts. You get the disc brakes, the disc brake calipers. You get a set of coilovers. I'm going to do a different set of coilovers, and I'm going to show y'all here just in a second what I'm going to use. Many of you, if you know, I'm very familiar with the 67 Chevelle kit coilovers, and there they are right there. These are just they're just a kind of a it's just a blob of plastic as far as I'm concerned, but they do simulate coilovers. I may use these. I actually pulled out 2 pair just in case if one was to break, or if I want to do, there's 2 different styles I like to do these in. Sometimes I'll take this coil out and I will make my own metal coil with a solid shaft going down through there. Really looks it looks really good once I get them finished. Or I will take and dechrome. Well, sometimes I don't even dechrome them. I'll just do a black panel liner down through these and separating the coils itself. So stay tuned in. I'll show y'all what we'll do to those later on. But that's how I will set as far as get that ride height up and get that back end up about right there. So, all right, here we go. We're going to show y'all what all we got done. I'm going to I've already kind of taped the bumpers in and the grill, just to kind of get a look-see of what everything's, kind of get some ideas of what color paint I'm going to use. And we'll talk about that here in the tail end of the video. Okay. First thing we're going to do, we're going to lift this thing up, let these tires and wheels get out of here. And if you pick you up a set of these real nice, check those out. Those are really, really nice. You can get these Pro Street meets at, let me turn it around to the correct side. Well, let me just throw them around right there. Order these from Matthew over MCV Products. Take a look at that tread. That tread is just awesome on these things, and these wheels are just equally as awesome itself. We'll set these over here. These are the front tires and the wheels that we got. See, this is where Scully, give me a hand. Sitting up there ain't doing anything. You can see where I added that little axle piece right there that where it'll attach to the front axle. And we got all that done. The tires, these black tires are the ones from the Revell kit. Okay, let's start pulling the hood. There's the hood. Earlier in the video, I showed y'all how I measure the openings and everything and get that squared up. How I like to bevel the inside of that to kind of, you can't see, if you don't even see how thick that thing is now. And then we talked about that. Let's go ahead. We'll pull these the grill piece off. We're gonna let's pull this tape. I always save these little nibs of tape right here on my workbench. That way, if I needed them, I can just grab whatever's needed. All right, let's flip this thing over, y'all. As you looking up underneath it, you see where I have done some a lot of modifications in this area back in here. This is what I was talking about. Once you get the positioning of the frame in the body itself, there was a void right in here, and you see the new pieces that I put in, and all this is right here is just it's 0.20 thickness styrene that I added into here. And let me get it up a little bit closer. You can see what I did was I added a piece of channel. That's where the seam is at, down through there. And what I did was I just added some channel down that little line right there. Kind of separates that. So once everything is painted in, you won't even know the difference. And pretty, and it, if you look at, all the things as far as the ribs and things like that in a frame, that looks pretty convincing addition to it. So hide those seams with some of the styrene that you can, that I like to use. I like to use either half round or maybe the channel. The U-channel to hide that seam. All right, we're gonna pull. I'm gonna pull the tape off right here, and we'll start really dissecting this thing. Really trying to pick a color, and what I'm going to this year. This year I did something, and I'm going to start probably doing it each year with USACC. But my good buddy Lucas E. over at the Lucas E. channel, he is the one that was pretty much instrumental in picking out the car as far as the Pro Street concept for it that I liked. And he sent that to me. It was red, of course, but I actually opted to not go with red in this year's car for some reason. Imagine that. I didn't paint something pappy red, so don't y'all pass up. But there's the body. One thing that I am going to do with this body will be all the turn signal lights right here. These are going away. The GTX emblems here on the side, they're going away. The GTX on the hood right here will go away, and the GTX right here will go away. I'm going to take these tail marker lights off right here. So we're going to smooth everything up, kind of give it a lot more aerodynamic appeal. So that's going to take a little bit of sanding. So let's set this over here, and here is the package tray that we talked about earlier. As far as the interior tub, this is everything, fits real nicely in here. We got this as far as the package tray right here, and the rear wheel well covers, got those done. And we took the I showed y'all in the last video how I took the measurements and made a template to fit this contour of this right here. All right, let me pull more. As you can tell, this thing's starting to get bare. And we'll get that piece out. And there is the, that's the interior tray that we've had to customize itself. And there's the big 426 Hemi engine and the blower that will go in that. Now we're down to a bare frame, and then you can see what, let me get all this out of the way. You can see now what all I had to do, and you can kind of see the U channel that I used to block that. Now inside here, still pretty clean, and we'll get this body cleaned up, or as far as the frame, we'll get it all cleaned up, sanded, and get some primer shot on this thing here pretty soon. But what we're going to be doing here pretty soon is getting ready to kind of finalize where we're at on getting the ride height set where I want it. So we'll mock up that 4-link suspension, take some measurements from where the springs, from the spring pockets, and that's what these holes are right here. These are spring pockets, and we'll get some measurements from there down to the axle. That way, when we have to start adjusting these in height, as far as how tall they are, that will set our ride height to where it needs to be. And that's pretty much it right there. Now, we talked about earlier about the color. And I texted my buddy Luca C over there at the Luca C channel and told him I would love it. I sent him some colors of what I was possibly wanting to paint this car in. Red, of course, being one, and the other is TS73 right here, which is a clear orange, which I could actually do as a candy. I can spray silver base or gold base first as my primer, then bring this over the top of it and then clear it, and that'll give it a kind of a candy look. The other color choice that I sent to him was TS92, which is metallic orange, and I could actually do the same thing as far as using either a silver base or a gold base, and then spray this over it. It kind of gives you a different effect, and then follow that up with some clear. But the choice that LC made was this one right here, TS92 metallic orange. He really liked that, and so did I. I was kind of hoping he was going to pick that. So the color choice for this my USACC build is going to be TS92 metallic orange. I'll spray some spoons with it probably this weekend, with weather permitting, and see what what this looks like over a gold and what this looks like over a silver, as well as the grays and the white primers. And you never can tell. Might be something I really like. So, but that's where we're at right now. As far as we've got a color chosen. I just don't know exactly yet what color the interior will be. We'll always have to let that talk to me for a while before I make that choice. I always like to see the body color first. So, well, that's pretty much it right now as far as with the fabrication. I will, in the next video, I will show y'all how I will start setting the ride height and how I like to kind of fabricate these coilover shocks. And once we get finished with that, it'll pretty much well be down to paint work and final assemblies. So stay tuned for that as well. Hope everybody is enjoying this series. I've had a lot of feedback on it, and I do appreciate the great comments. If you've got any questions, feel free, drop me a question in the comments below, and I will answer them as soon as possible. As I always say, if you can dream it, build it. God bless y'all. Pappy out of here.